Okay, my friend, if you've ever said, I want to change, so why do I keep on slipping back into my old patterns? Why is it so hard for me to stay consistent, even with the things that would actually make my life better? And why do I resist doing the things that I know are good for me? Why do I resist it? This one is for you. So, the truth is, resistance does not mean you're weak or uncommitted or lacking willpower. There is a reason why your brain pushes back whenever you try to change, even if the change would be positive and good for you. Okay, and once you understand this, everything is going to become so much easier for you. So, let's break this down very gently. First, we need to release the self blame. Most people think if I really wanted something, I just would do it. Okay, but that's not true because if desire alone created change, you'd already be living your dream life. Wanting change and feeling safe to change are two completely different things. And your brain is always going to choose safety over success. Always, 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 always. Because your brain's job is to, like, not to make you happy, it's just to keep you alive and to keep you safe. Your brain is actually wired with one primary instruction: avoid danger at all costs. And what does your brain actually consider to be dangerous? It's sort of hilarious. It considers the unknown or uncertainty or unpredictability or emotional risk, potential rejection, or anything that you haven't done before is risky in the brain's eyes. And so whenever you try to change, like even in a small way, your brain is reacting as if you're stepping out into a dark forest without a map. And it's like, slow down, like, don't go there. We don't know what's going to happen if we do this thing. And your logical brain, of course, will say, but this new habit's going to make my life better. Like, I know it's going to improve me. But your survival brain will be saying instead, right back at it, better? Are you sure? Okay, familiar is not safe. So survival brain is always going to win this little battle until you learn how to work with it. And so here's the part that no one really tells us, definitely not back at school. Your brain isn't just attached to habits, it's attached to your identity. Your current self-image, even if you don't love it, feels very known. It's known to you, and what's known to you feels safe. And so if you've spent years or decades seeing yourself as the overthinker, the procrastinator, the one who starts but doesn't finish, the people pleaser, the one that plays small, or the one that copes and manages and survives and just gets by, you've built your whole brain has been built around that identity. And those identities are very sticky because the moment you step towards becoming someone different, your brain senses an identity threat. It's like, if I become someone new, who am I going to be? Will people still accept us? Will I belong? And belonging is wired to survival. And that's why even positive change feels so freaking uncomfortable, because you're not just changing habits, you're changing who you believe you're allowed to be. And that is big, massive work. And no wonder resistance shows up. So what resistance actually sounds like in real life? It's rarely don't do this. It sounds like this instead. I'll start that next week. Or let me research that a little bit more. Or I just need to organize things before I begin. Or I'm too tired right now. Or that doesn't feel aligned to me. Or I'll just wait until I feel more motivated. Now, these thoughts feel reasonable, feel very true, but often they're your brain's clever way of keeping you stuck in the familiar zone. And resistance sounds so logical in these situations because, even if it sounded fearful, you wouldn't listen. It just sounds like it makes sense. So how do you work with your brain and not against it? Okay, especially when it's trying to keep you stuck inside your comfort zone. If your brain is very scared of unfamiliar change, which it is, the solution is not force, it is safety and gentleness. I'm going to preach that till my dying day. Here is what you need to do. You got to make the first step feel so tiny that it feels safe. Not impressive, not life-changing, just safe. Just start there. When your brain experiences okay, I did that little thing, nothing bad happened, then it begins to relax. So the second thing you need to do is normalize discomfort as a sign of growth. Just feeling uncomfortable just because you stepped outside your comfort zone does not mean anything is wrong. It just means new, something new. And so you've got to tell your brain, okay, we're going to expect this to feel unfamiliar and we're still okay. And the next thing is give your brain a new identity in tiny little doses. Instead of saying, I am a totally new person, try, I'm just becoming someone who follows through one step at a time. It's all you need to do because identity is going to expand through repetition, not through you just saying something. You've actually got to do it to back it up. And so imagine learning how to drive. At first, I don't know, the first time you got behind a wheel, every part of you feels awkward and unsafe. And your brain is probably screaming danger because it is unfamiliar. But after enough practice, if you're someone who drives, it becomes automatic and nothing in the world really changed. You just built a new identity through that repetition. You're now someone who can just drive. And that's exactly how change works. Not all at once and not overnight, but just through those really safe, repeatable steps that teach your brain, we can handle this. We can do it. Just take it really nice and slowly. So just a gentle experiment that you can try this week. Choose one small change that you've been wanting to make and ask yourself, what is the smallest, safest version that I could begin with this, and just do that, no more. Even if it just takes 2 minutes, and let your nervous system succeed. Let that success be proof, because proof is going to become part of your identity, and this new identity is going to become your new normal. So if this has clicked for you, I created a free guide with 5 powerful thought shifts that are going to make it so much easier for you to take gentle, aligned action, even when your brain is trying to hold you back or keep you stuck in the familiar zone. And it's going to help you change in a way that feels so safe and supported and aligned. So the link is waiting for you in the description. And I just want you to know you're not resisting change because you don't want to better yourself. Of course you do. You're resisting because your brain is simply wired to protect you, even from the things that you deeply desire. That's the irony there. But you get to teach your brain a new truth, that it is safe to grow, it is safe to change, and it's safe to become someone, especially the person that you're meant to be. So if this has resonated with you, tell me in the comments what's one little tiny thing that you're going to do to make it feel very safe instead of scary. And I'm always with you, okay? Be willing to face your fears with courage by doing it in tiny little baby steps, because there's a very good chance that everything that you desire in your life is on the other side of fear.